Hi, it's Monday, July 18th, 2011, and it's a bright, sunshiny day. It's been raining for days here in Jacksonville, and my hope is that in the next weekend or two I'll be able to actually go downtown and do some filming on a clear Saturday. Though, as I've experienced many a time, back when I was on the Saturday-Sunday schedule of being off, I noticed that I would encounter whole months of every Saturday being and Sunday being rainy and nasty, and the weather being great during the week. So we'll see. I have a feeling it's going to be one of those weeks, though, where it's nice and beautiful on a Monday, but then when it comes to it being the weekend, it'll be rainy and nasty. So we'll see. So here we are, another Monday vlog, trying to get into the routine, and I wanted to kind of talk with you, do a tribute to a lesser-known celebrity who passed away last week. From time to time, I will be, giving tributes to people who've passed away, celebrities and politicians and people who influenced me in unique ways. And it's not always the people that you might think. In fact, this person, not very many people, I think, could say that they know his name off the tip of their tongue. He was a TV producer in the 1960s who produced Gilligan's Island and The Brady Bunch, Sherwood Schwartz. And I want to take a moment today, in one of my first vlogs, to pay tribute to him because he really produced some good TV programming. The 1960s were kind of different, especially the early 60s, compared to the way things are today. And his shows had a unique feature to them in that they were in some ways timeless. The stories were timeless. There were kind of lessons to learn from each story. And a common theme between both shows was that it was a large group of people who were trying to work together and to be successful and do what they were trying to do. And it's something that you don't see as often in television, and you don't see the kind of approach that he took to television production. These days there's a lot of pop culture, and every once in a while, the Brady Bunch would do like a kind of a pop culture homage. I think they did one for the Monkees, and then the Brady Bunch would sing every once in a while, and but these shows, though, for the most part, weren't filled with pop culture and politics, and that's why in the late '80s they were timeless, with the exception of the clothes, maybe a little bit of music here or there. Maybe some of the expressions. For the most part, the work was timeless. And I think that's why, to this day, people enjoy the shows. He wrote the theme songs to Gilligan's Island, The Brady Bunch, and everyone knew the theme songs. And again, they were simple. They weren't incredibly sophisticated. There wasn't an orchestra or, something incredibly sophisticated. And all that the theme songs did was to tell a story, but the basic story. I having spent hours and hours and hours watching the shows and enjoying them, I think it's fitting this week to say, hey, the work that was put on television was a positive influence. There were people that said, Gilligan's Island and Brady Bunch, it's just, TV. It doesn't have any redeeming value. But in some ways, it's the kind of television that isn't done much anymore. There's all of this in TV shows now. There's all this cross promotion, and especially towards kids, and buy this toy, and let's see if we can look cool in this one, and really try to. And then a year later, you go like, whoa, what's the deal with that? And I guess to widen off into television a little bit more in my talk today. There are a couple shows this year that I've been watching for 10 years. I've stopped watching them. One is Big Brother. I've watched, you know, I'm kind of a big reality TV fan, but it hit Big Brother 13. I don't know if the 13 had anything to do with it, but Big Brother 13 was, the opening was just lousy. And so I jumped off that show. One of the people they had on that was interesting left, and then after the first episode, and also they wanted to keep bringing on these people that had already won. You know, it's like, whatever happened to new people? I mean, and they have new people on there, but they have put on, I mean, I don't want to see Big Brother from last year. I saw Big Brother from last year. I saw those people. They had their time. And in some ways, that's the great thing about drama. You know, yes, you get familiar with the same actors and actresses, and the routines and the stories and the interplay between the actors and the actresses, but reality programming these days sometimes seems very cynical. And again, I guess going right back to what I started off with, there's an element in television that's missing these days. And as the old shows that I used to watch start falling away, the ones that have been on since the late 90s, take for example The Simpsons. I remember when The Simpsons were really funny. They're not funny anymore. Family Guy. Back in 05, 06, it kind of dropped off. You know, it's not very entertaining anymore. You know, there's a couple of good shows out there. You know, I really like The Amazing Race, though I think it's kind of gone on a bit long. You know, reality shows were great at the beginning, but as the producers decide they want to do more and more conniving and I don't know, manipulation, and make it more kind of along what they want, then it ends up not really being reality programming, but it doesn't even make it for a very good drama, so or even sitcom. So I don't know. Maybe the reality TV show is, as a form of communication, is going to start to hit a wall in the next couple of years. Maybe people will be up for more drama. You know, I having watched YouTube and seen things, you can do drama inexpensively these days. It's a lot easier than maybe in the past, especially if you do it like on YouTube or something like that. I mean, gosh knows, I see so much comedy on my subscriptions that I have with some of the people, and just in real life, and in some weird ways, true real life. I mean, you know, in the next year or so here on this channel, you'll start to see more of me in a more of a real life situation. You know, I'm kind of taking baby steps right now, but as I start to venture out with the camera and start doing things from here to here, you know, from here to there, and, whenever and everywhere, then you'll get to know me a little bit more. You know, it's amazing though, because if you think about it, you know, what could I do in the afternoon other than, you know, playing outside, which I did plenty of, you know, watch TV. Nowadays, the average kid has so many media options. You know, there's the internet and YouTube. There's sophisticated internet gaming, which didn't exist. You know, there were the basic consoles back in the 80s, early 90s. You know, PC games, you know, and the kind of games that I play now, you know, are starting to fall away. I mean, things are changing. It's like that old song from the 60s or 70s. You know, time keeps on slipping into the future. And, you know, it's Fly Like an Eagle. So that was a pretty cool song. But anyway, well, you know, the thing I have to say is that I can say that I have an appreciation for shows that were done in the 60s, and even some of the big dramas, you know, in the 70s. Some of them, you know, as simple as they were even more sophisticated than what's put on today. You know, you have that old formula, lawyers and cop shows and, you know, forensic shows. You know, why don't they just all put it together in one? You know, not only is he a lawyer, he's a forensic analyst. And not only that, he's a cop. And he's a nurse. Oh, yeah, just do it one show at a all roll it up all into one. So we'll see. We'll see what Hollywood holds for us in television and YouTube as things start to change. You know, I don't know. Will we see the quote unquote death of television as we know it? I don't know. Not for a while, I think. But I think what we watch on TV will be significantly different. I think more event programming probably even more sports, even though sports isn't my thing. More, and there's always news and stuff, but for the most part, I think a lot of good comedy and entertainment is already being developed on YouTube. I spend sometimes, I guess I can think back to about a year or so ago, and I could look at the fact that I used to watch TV on Saturdays and Sundays, and now I spend a lot of time on YouTube just checking out my subscriptions, everything from news, politics to comedy. So it's pretty cool. So in this long-winded tribute, I do have to certainly say I appreciate the work of the 60s and 70s and that was done, and we could always strive for excellence, and that's what I think Sherwood Schwartz brought us. Thank you for watching. Take it easy. See you later.